What is anime? If you ask some random guy off the streets, they'd probably just tell you it's Japanese cartoons meant for kids, and that all they have are fight scenes and people screaming, powering up, and over-glorified anime boobs, and that all anime fans crank it out to their scandalous body pillows and Naruto run around trying to escape their lives into these imaginary worlds. But what if I told you that random guy was wrong? Anime doesn't just glorify boobs, it's butts too. However, that's not the point, nor the fight scenes, nor the screaming, nor the unique ways of exercise. Anime provides art depicted in a story format, which is what puts it over every other type of media out there, because art is limitless. We can make anything happen in our imaginations and then write it out however we see fit and then draw it however we want it, which means a lot of different things can happen. For starters, any genre is now possible. Any idea is now possible, no matter how wild, big, or creative it may be. Are you a fan of fantasy? Well, would you want to make a story where two siblings are teleported to another world where everything is decided by winning games, even the right to challenge God and become the supreme deity of this world? Or maybe you're a horror kind of person. What about one where humanity's on the brink of extinction from gigantic humanoid-like creatures that hunt them down just for fun? Maybe you just want to be immersed in something as big as life itself, building an entire world full of different islands, peoples, and cultures that's so big it takes thousands of plus episodes just to lay it out for you. Is that a little too crazy for you? Well, how about something pretty normal then, like two kids meeting by chance outside of school, discovering that neither of them show their true selves at school, bond, and then fall in love with each other because of this? Or maybe you want something more deep and meaningful. How about one about a deaf girl and a guy who used to bully her, rebuilding their relationship and falling for each other, all while they each deal with their own demons, thinking about ending it all themselves? Or maybe you're an adrenaline-seeking sports junkie that wants to see a poor boy in the dumps living off of rigged matches rise up and challenge the champion for the title. Literally anything you can think of is possible with anime. And at this point, you may be asking, why would I watch anime over films and TV if they're gonna have similar stories? And honestly, I think it'd just be easier to show you. Let's say you want to watch a Marvel movie and they're trying to display how strong a certain character or two are, and instead of getting this, you get this.
I won't let you hurt Coda! Damn it! How are you getting stronger? You won't lay a hand on him!
Or maybe you're big into Star Wars or Star Trek and you want to display a war in space. It could do this, or maybe this would be better. Or maybe you want to really emphasize something for dramatic effect in a sports show like this, when you could be doing this. Normal shows can use all the special effects that they want and give all the directions to the actors that they can. It will never provide as much artistic freedom and choices that the art of anime gives their creator. They can choose how everything looks, and if they don't like it, simply just redraw it. And with the big special effects scenes often only getting one shot because of how much money they cost, they're still on the smaller end scale of what actually happens in animes, as cities are leveled, landscapes are changed, people are punched to the moon. No amount of money could make that possible in real life, let alone the production cost just for creating some of the worlds or environments would be insane. Could you imagine trying to create the world of One Piece into a show? They're making a live action for only part of the series right now, and it's already in the same budget area as some of the big name Marvel movies, let alone trying to replicate some of the large scale magic or heavy hitting impacts that happen in anime. It's just too hard to recreate it in normal film, which is why every live action ever made has been the hottest mess since my dumps after Hot Wing Night. And this might just sound like escapism not to deal with the real world things by diving into the animated worlds that are far from anything real, which is part of it, I will admit, but we all dive into something to escape from our lives, whether it's movies, TV shows, anime, video games, exercise, partying, collecting, or any other hobby out there, so it's no different than anything any other person would escape into. We simply choose anime not only because it has the capacity to do these different things in TV series and films, but because it actually does these different things. How many TV series and movies do we have out there about heroes, villains, gangs, and high school dramas? And don't get me wrong, anime has a ton of these too, and isekais. Dear God, do we have a lot of isekais, but anime can and does offer so much more than these things. Like a series about two young kids descending into a giant hole in the earth full of monsters and curses that no one can return from once they enter, just to find one of their mothers that's living at the bottom. Or a show about a spy, an assassin, and a telepath forming a pseudo family where no one knows each other's secrets, trying to escape the government's eye. And putting it simply, anyone out there can create a story, it's just how well can you show that story, and that's where anime shines through. You can make anything, your mind is your own limitations here, which is why there's so much variety to do anime, because any mangaka or anime director can make their visions come true, which is why I really do believe that there is something out there for everyone in anime. They just have to find it and they'd be a fan too. Whether you're a fan of superheroes, thrillers, romance, dramas, tearjerker, or sports stories, you can find any character you'd ever want to see. Hot girls, cool guys, Edzords, even new parents. Any world you'd ever want to live in, fantasy, modern, historical, or sci-fi, it's all out there. You just have to find it. And whether it's just one anime, one genre, or maybe it's that perfect gateway anime to make you a super fan, it doesn't matter, because anime is this gift that's out there for all of us to enjoy however we want or however much we want. So what are you waiting for? Go dive into the world of anime, explore every nook and cranny there is to see and what it has to offer. Become immersed in the worlds these artists have built. Attach yourself to some of the most lovable names and characters in the industry. Live out some of the most creative and inspiring stories there are to consume, and enjoy yourself. Oh yeah, and if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe.